Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way. We're back to
The
three-way,
actual
guys.
three.
Yeah.
Reunited and
And
it
it
feels
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 so
so
good.
good. See the
All right, all
harmony?
right.
That's a
It needs a
harmony.
little bit of work,
Okay.
but
We're
we'll
not
get there.
perfect. We haven't been working at it like Elizabeth has been. Libby is a queen. She is a queen. Mary had a little lamb sanger.
That's
she is.
right.
She's a singer.
Why are you
And,
laughing? She's a queen.
and that
I
is a
would.
song that she's perfected. The Mary Has a Little Lamb. That is her song.
She's sang it like thousands of times.
I
She's ready.
know. I'm like,
She stayed
why is
ready.
it?
Why? It's so sultry. Why is it you want to sing for children? You're singing like Tony Braxton. I mean, it's mixed signals. Pick a lane.
I mean, children can enjoy a voice like Tony Braxton, you
Yes, they
know?
can. If Tony Braxton didn't make it so erotic.
They don't know what erotic is. They'll just be like, yes, good.
That's so true. It is like I don't know, it's like a deep, sultry sound. But you
Yeah,
see in
she's got a
children's
little
music.
husk to it.
I gotta say, I'm impressed. She has a good voice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tone
I
is
agree.
there. She's in tune.
Very surprising. But they didn't have much over these two or over the 2 and 3 tell all, which is what we are recapping today.
Elizabeth and Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a little bit of drama, and most of it really kind of came from Charlie and Becky joining them on stage.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So, Charlie being Charlie is basically putting the blame on Andre. And it's just like we're beating a dead horse at this. It's been 4 seasons of
Mm-hmm.
us watching Andre fight Charlie. And what I did like was that backstage come to Jesus moment between Andre and Becky. Did you guys
Mm-hmm.
see, like that? I would never, if you had told me, put some money on this, I would not have, because I would never have thought Becky and Andre would come to Jesus and hug it out.
Mm,
Yeah,
me
that was
too.
surprising. I wonder what initiated all that.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed really sincere because she said, I don't want to lose my sister. I don't want to lose my niece, and I don't want to lose you guys. I don't want to lose. She actually said, I don't want to lose you. And I was like, huh, interesting.
Do you think
So
she's just trying to prolong their storyline for another season?
I mean, the fact that they still don't have a resolution to this immigration thing is kind of concerning. I thought that this was just like a ploy for us to keep watching.
Yeah, I agree. I feel because I know that they're very social media savvy, so I do feel like they do manipulate situations like producers do in order to stay relevant on the show because they don't have any marital issues. So this is their only thing. So they need to go back and forth to generate more drama.
Mm. They
But if it's
did
not,
also. What? Go
sorry,
ahead. No, go
I
for
was
it.
gonna say if it's not, I do agree that uh Andre is the problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
yeah.
did have the lawyer say, you know what? I mean, I'm gonna advise Andre not to answer these questions, but if you ask me, a lot of the time he does things that come across problematic and might be one of the reasons why he's having an immigration issue.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. I find like that's the main argument right now. Like, is the problem Andre or is the problem Libby's family? And even with yeah, that's what all of the other people are talking about too. So you guys think it's Andre? Andre is the problem?
Yeah, because Libby's family was totally fine before Andre came.
Uh I don't know because she kind of hints that he's not like that wasn't the case. Like they did have issues even before Andre.
Mm,
Libby.
Mm-hmm.
maybe. I mean, they had issues with Charlie and his drinking, I think, but they were still all able to work together. And that's
Yeah, that's true.
the biggest thing that is ripping them apart is all the money. This is why you don't involve family with money, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would
Oh,
also probably agree that the family had nothing to do with reporting kind of malicious stuff about Andre to the government because it would rip Libby away from them. So why would they want to do that? Just to punish Andre?
right. And Charlie's too drunk to pay attention to any of that. So
Yeah.
I don't think that he's involved in that. But you know what? Andre came off really aggressive during these tell-alls, like super aggressive, really
Yeah.
confrontational.
But we've kind of figured that out.
I know. I mean, I think that's why they keep coming back because he's such good TV.
Yeah, he is good too.
Yeah. He's definitely like a loose stick of dynamite. Just you could just never tell with this guy what he's gonna do or say. Cause he's like cool, and then he's like yelling and like saying all of these crazy profanities.
Yeah, yeah.
EC knows what edging is.
Ah! Oh my God. Okay, speaking of which, let's move on to Bilal and Shaeeda. Like this was this, I don't remember the scene. Was this a secret scene? What scene was
Yeah,
this?
that was a scene. I guess that was recorded after the show
Yeah.
when Bilal took Shaeeda to try to figure out different ways that could expedite her process of getting pregnant.
Okay, for one, they super annoyed me when they said that they switched positions or switched roles, right? That now Bilal is ready to have kids and she's not. And I'm like, oh my God, this is so, of course they would have this happen so that they too can stay on TV.
Yeah. You know who I'd want to see in TV is those friends.
They were good. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That guy destroyed the girl.
He did. He
Did
did.
he really?
Yes, dude. She was speechless.
I mean, because she was already coming from a bad position. She was
Yeah.
already coming from a bad position. So that's why he destroyed her. But when he was talking, I was like, oh God, this is a black pill dude.
Yes.
When he was all like, I'm
Yeah,
speaking for
absolutely.
all of
100%.
men.
Oh,
I'm speaking
don't
for
get
all
me wrong.
men.
I
They're
don't
all
like that
put in
guy.
this position. I was like, oh God, he's
Yeah,
a black pill
I don't
guy.
like that guy. I was just saying he destroyed her in a way that she couldn't figure out a way to argue eloquently to make him feel the same way that she was feeling.
Well, of
Right.
course, because he had the moral high ground, and so when he used that to his advantage, and so she couldn't say anything.
Right.
Yeah, I felt
Right.
bad for Uterus.
Yeah, you just was already coming from a bad position. I mean, she did try to recover. She was like, I'm not fighting for all of men. I'm fighting for Shaeeda. And in which case, I mean, she's married. Bilal knows that she wants to have a kid. So it's not like it's coming from a total left field. You know what I mean? It's not like it's some short-term boyfriend that she's trying to entrap. Okay, but it's still bad, but it's not like that type of situation, right?
I mean, it's not the same, but it's also not that different.
Okay, yes. All right, I can agree with that. But okay, if anybody doesn't know, like black pill are men who hate women.
Is there actually
Okay,
a red pill?
Yeah, are
or
you talking
red
about red pill?
pill. There is a black pill too, but black pill, they say it's more, um, it's fatalistic, more, even more negative than the red pill.
Wow.
Yeah, it's more of like just totally give up on women just give up on it totally because it's unfair and women are crazy. Whereas red pill, I guess it's more of like understanding trying to understand the dynamics between men and women and like placing a bunch of stereotypes on each one. Um, but yeah, both of them bad, both bad.
Yeah, gross.
Okay,
Guys shouldn't think that way.
and so so now apparently they switched roles, but at the end, Bilal gets down on his knees and asks Shaeeda if she will have his baby in some grand gesture.
It was cute.
But
You didn't think
didn't
it was
he
cute?
already say that he was going to do it? I mean, she's the one
Yeah.
who wants to stop. and now he wants to do it again. I feel like he's always like not giving her what she wants at the time.
Right. And so the reason why she's hesitant about having the child now is because he's not being open about his finances. And that she doesn't know how much he makes. He doesn't want to open up a joint account with her. He doesn't answer any question directly. Like she gave, for example, like how much is this house? And or how big is this house? And he would just skirt around it.
What do you think about that?
I don't know. How could you? Because it shows that he doesn't trust her if he's not willing to open up about these things.
Is
I
that
agree.
bad that I also don't want to have a joint bank account with a significant other?
You
I mean, you
have
could probably
to.
open a like
Yes.
co-spending account, but I don't want
Yes.
them having access to my bank account.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, especially since people are getting married a lot older in age. I think that's okay, but you have to have like a an account that has both of your names on it that you would draw from to pay bills.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
agree with that. If
Yeah.
bills are split, obviously, then you need a way to pay for them.
Okay, but do you think that your significant other should know how much you make?
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, there should
Yeah.
be no secrets between. I mean, at least in those kinds of ways, there shouldn't be any types of secrets. What does that get you if your wife doesn't know how much you make?
I don't know, but she apparently Shaeeda doesn't know.
Well, I
Yeah, that's weird.
heard, I don't know if they've done any studies on this, but I did hear that couples who don't sort of have equity within their financial situation, like some people are kept in the dark or it's not really shared at all, they have more marital issues. They're less likely to stay together.
Couples that what?
Like that their the banking is completely separate, their
Oh,
finances are
okay.
separate.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you're trying to build a life together, like finances are a big part of that, and you gotta
Yes.
share. Him
I
keeping her in the dark is like, what's it called, infantilizing her, infantilizing
mm-hmm.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would agree with co-spending, but if you're telling me I have to share my entire money when I work for it, that's bizarre. I made it.
But what about your partner? You're building a life. It's not just it's about you and
Yeah, and I'm
your
also considering that
family.
in our family building. I made it, so I should be able to spend it in our family in a way that makes sense for me also. So, what if I need to invest in a pot for the future? What if we need to invest a pot for expenses, for down payments for a house?
So why can't that be something that you do
Because it's my
together
money and I earned
with
it.
your
So I
with
decide
your
how much to
significant other?
allocate in each pot because it's my money. You could do the same with your money.
Okay. I mean, finances is a very tricky
Yeah,
topic.
I agree. I just don't really get that all finances have to be shared.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Like, especially older in age. Like the older we get, the more established you are when you
Yeah.
get married. That's why they have prenups, I guess,
Yeah,
and
I
things
agree.
like
And
that.
I guess this is where I take Bilal's side. It's like he made all that money, so he decides how he spends it.
Yeah, but he brought her here and she knows nothing. Like she has no finances of her own. At least give her a joint account where she can spend from.
Yeah, that's weird that they don't
Yeah, I
have that.
feel like it's like hella condescending if she can't go to the movies and buy her own popcorn. She
No,
has
that's
Esbalal.
because that's different. He's a cheapskate.
No, but does she not have any money? Like I guess he like has to give her allowance and she runs
He won't
out.
even let her buy anything there. He
Yeah.
wants her to buy it cheaply somewhere.
Yeah. All right. So who do you want to go to next?
What else we have?
Um, we could do Kim and Usman. This was like, I don't know, it's weird. Like Kim had a lot of uh play in the show, and Usman did too. But it wasn't really about their relationship. They were just involved in everybody else's arguments a lot, especially Kim and Ed. But when it came to them, it was just the fact that, they broke up and Kim was the one who broke it off. And it was because of all the issues that they talked about, how Usman wasn't appreciative. I think the biggest thing was that all of the other cast thought that Usman was a scammer. What do you guys think?
I don't think he was. I think he did love Kim. I think he
Yeah.
did.
Not a scammer in the email Nigerian prince way.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he wouldn't be a scammer. The scam, what would his scam be? The scam would be like he's pretending to love her, which I think all agree he does.
Yeah.
But there are things that he's done that make it seem like, well, no, I don't think so. I don't even think he's trying to take advantage of her. He just puts her in really awkward positions based on his culture.
I think he isn't a scammer. Like, he worked really hard to try to ingratiate her into the family and do all those things. I do think he's just selfish, though. And so I don't think he's a scammer. So I think, what's her face? Angela's wrong about that. I don't know why Angela's like hates Usman so much. She just came out the gate like so angry at him.
Didn't
I
they
think
explain
she's
that
like,
on the first tell-all?
like she thinks Usman represents like scammers, and that's why people don't like her and Michael, or that's why people doubt her and Michael. And so she hates Usman because of that. But he was not even really a scammer. I feel like
Jeez.
now Michael is a scammer.
Oh, Michael is the scammer.
Michael's a scammer. So okay, let's finish Kim this one. So basically, the son comes out and he's like, I think you used my mom and you're a narcissist and blah, blah, blah. And it's probably true. Did use her a little bit, but he wasn't scamming her. He did love her. And then Kim hates the fact that everybody says that he doesn't love you, because to her it hurts it hurts her. And also she no matter what happened, no matter what anybody said, she'd always just be like, I love him, but I still love him.
I don't know why she said that. Like at the end, she's all like, yeah, we're not together. We're not together anymore. We're done. And maybe I'll walk out of here tomorrow and I'll meet the love of my life, the man of my dreams. And then she discounted everything by just kind of saying it after that. But I love him. But I love him. And I'm like, wait, what? How are you going to meet the man of your life or the perfect man of your dreams if you're still holding on to Usman? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And also Sean asked her, like, are sure you guys done? And then Kim was like, yeah, we're done now. But for the future,
Yes.
yeah.
It's
What,
She's
is he
so
stuck
going
on
to
her.
change his mind about like having children, or he would have had a children, so she'll be okay
Mhm.
with being the second wife? What is it, Kim? Pick one.
It's so hard for her to learn her lesson. I think she's really afraid of being alone.
do you think she's afraid of being alone, or she's just like one of those people who goes back to toxic relationships like Liz, like she just doesn't
Probably.
know her worth or something, and she thinks that these things are fine, like she's willing to
Hmm.
forgive and excuse them in the name of love. It's like,
Uh-huh.
no, you can't forgive those things in the name of love.
Hmm. I agree. I think she just, for her, love is everything and it conquers all. So I don't know. But anyway, we don't know where they end. I don't know if they're going to be on the next season, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I am kind of over the him in the same argument. And that's it. And we can move on to the real scammer, Michael.
Michael and
Michael.
Angela.
The scammer.
Well, I mean, what do you guys want to talk about with these two? They're idiots.
I feel like Michael's a scammer, but I don't feel bad for Angela.
You
I feel
don't
like
feel bad? I do feel kind of bad because,
well,
okay, so let's recap why we should feel bad. So it did come out that Michael was, I don't know if physically cheating, but emotionally cheating on Angela, especially while Angela was there in Nigeria, based on timestamps, based on whatever evidence they found. But essentially, Michael, the person that he's put forward in the show that is just like, I'm being abused by Angela. No, Michael is a total scam artist.
no, I don't think so, because I think that he did love her in the beginning. So I feel like a lot of people, especially the cast, like they can't really remember all the other earlier seasons. Like if you see, look at the other seasons, we see how Angela treated Michael. Like, how many times did Angela call Michael a bitch? You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
but now it's like now that it came, we all thought that Angela was just overreacting when Michael said, "Oh, that's my person,"
Mm-hmm.
and maybe like all of the psycho things that she's done in the previous seasons, where she was going to put a tracker on him.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like there were things that were happening between the two of them that made
Mm-hmm.
her react that way.
Well, I think we don't know.
And
We
it's
don't know if
well,
she
I mean,
drove
now
him
we
to
know,
do
right?
that.
Now it's kind of come to a head. It's come out
Mm.
because all the things that she's been saying about Michael and then that people were making her look bad, it was
Mm-hmm.
all true.
But when did it become true? Like, was it always that way, or did she drive him to do those things?
Well, that's what I'm trying to point out is like there are things that were happening in every season where she would blame him for something. Like you're cheating on me, you're doing this, you're going out to the club, you're hanging out with your friends when I told you not to do it. Like all of
Mm-hmm.
those things that probably were just adding up each time. Like from the just hanging out with your friends when I told you not to hang out with them and you hang out with them behind my back. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was something that she didn't like. And he kept doing things she didn't like and she kept trying to retaliate.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think, but yeah, but I mean, that's not like necessarily a justification for her. I feel like the things that she was asking was very, like, it was like way too strict, and he could never do anything. You know what I mean? Like, he can never get his way or say or have his own, like, put his foot down about anything. He just had to like be her, like, do whatever she says. And I feel like that was a recipe for them, like for him to act that way. Uh, I don't know. It's like it's hard to say. It's like it makes sense because it was so strict. Like, he couldn't get anything done for himself. And so him like acting sort of like wanting to be equal partner in the relationship, I feel like that is being reframed as justification for her believing that he's a cheater now. I feel like it was all like he was just trying to get fairness in the beginning, and then like it just didn't work with Angela at all. And now she sort of like drove him to not want to listen to her, and now it's being looked at as like he is a scammer. Well, I mean, he's a scammer now, but like I feel like she really drove him to be that way.
Mm.
Um, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I do think that in the beginning he did love Angela, but she just doesn't have any respect for him. I can see how she would be upset with certain things that he's done, especially I guess in the beginning of the relationship when he cheated on her. Although he says that they weren't truly like together at that time, but I don't know. The way she speaks to him is just completely disrespectful. It's just unacceptable for how you would treat another person. He has no say. Exactly what Will was saying. He has no say. And right, recipe for disaster. He was bound to cross that strict line that she was setting for him.
What do you think of that conversation she had with Andre on their way to the hotel after party, where he was telling her, you gotta leave him, you gotta leave him.
I think they should leave each other. Especially if he can't come to America and they can't be together fully. I mean, I don't even really want him to come to America. Do you think Angela could find somebody that she could actually treat with respect? Or do you think she would treat any man that she's with that way?
It seems like she was a totally different person with the kidney the kidney guy. What am I trying to say here? The
Billy.
dialysis guy, Billy. Yeah.
I don't know. It's different when that's your main person, you know? She would, because it's also what he does, but also what he doesn't do. Like, she was really angry that um he didn't talk to her as much when she was doing her surgeries and stuff. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't think that he should come to America. I feel like she should break up with him. But for some reason, also on her side, like she says like all this shit about him, but she doesn't break up with him too. So I don't know.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, this is the end of them. I don't really want to hear about these guys anymore.
Hmm.
But I don't know. They might want to keep Angela in her new pursuit of love.
Angela is good TV, I have to say.
Should we go to
Um,
another toxic relationship? Big Ed. God, I hate Big Ed.
he's the
I
worst.
hate Big Ed.
Yeah.
Hate Big Ed. What a
how
terrible person.
how
He is
could
a
he
terrible
not
person.
how could he not see his own flaws? How could he not see it?
He's like very insecure and very defensive. So you can't put forth his flaws and have him sort of examine it in a way that is meaningful. Like I feel like what he does say, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was wrong," blah blah, blah, but it's only because he wants to like get something from you. And also the blatant lying is like so crazy. It's
It's
like it's
insane. He's
yeah.
caught in the lie and he spins it on you. And the fact that Liz can't even be sad without him saying, "You're just performing. Here you are again. You're just performing for us. You're
Mhm.
just performing." I'm like, this bitch is sad. You're abusing her.
Yes.
Yeah, and also
Yes.
he spun the whole Rose situation around as like I'm drowning and you're stepping on my head. It's like you just were caught.
Dude, that was a pivot like no
Yeah,
other. He pivoted that shit.
exactly. Like you were caught essentially in multiple lies with receipts, and you're spinning it as like, why are you stepping on my head while I'm drowning?
And like the reason was everyone is attacking me, and I would have thought you would have defended me. I'm like, you just emotionally abused her.
That's so I've never seen anybody as bad as him. Like this is just terrible.
Yeah, I would be down to never have to cover Big Ed, even if he appeared on multiple other spin-offs.
How could they
Mm,
even show this on TV? Like this is abusive. This is just straight up abusive. Like if you want to see a manipulative, abusive, emotionally abusive relationship, this is like the picture of it. You would find this in the dictionary.
Yeah, like Liz, we get it. You love him. Also, like you
don't.
you don't deserve that. You don't deserve this kind of abuse.
And what Shaeeda said to her, like, you have to teach him how you have to teach people how to treat you. Like, if you let them step all over you, treat you like crap, manipulate you, and you keep coming back, he's never going to learn. Yeah, exactly what Shaeeda said. He's never going to learn. And it's like he himself knows that he's bad for Liz and he is like doing the worst possible thing he can to her and asking her herself like why do you keep coming back, like why do you, even he's wondering like why do you keep coming back. I feel like Big Ed is practically doing everything possible, everything he possibly can to get Liz away, and but she just keeps coming back. And even at the end she was so like even at the end she was like but I love, she still said she loved him. She still said it. Like, isn't she? You just want to, oh,
Yeah, come on, Liz, you could do so much better. I wonder why. And there must be a psychological thing that's like keeping her there.
Yeah, they're
well,
codependent.
she is, one, she's had bad relationships, and two, he's a lot older than her. So I'm sure, right, all of his techniques and manipulation, she's like the perfect victim for it. I feel like he just so happened to find the perfect victim for his antics.
Mm,
And that's what sucks. You know, that's what I try. That's what I want to teach. my children. Like, don't fall into the trap of picking the wrong person because it could ruin your whole life. Look at Whitney Houston. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now she's dead.
Exactly. All because she picked the wrong dude.
That's true.
She got married to that
Unfortunately.
guy and then she died.
Yes.
Mm.
Like the person that you pick to be with, it's like it can affect so much. It could change the whole trajectory of your life in a good or bad way. It's like, oh,
Mhm.
you got to pick right. You got to pick right. And unfortunately, people who have like been in a bad pattern, like Liz has admitted, they get stuck in that pattern. And if you don't do some deep, deep therapy, it's hard to break out of it. It's hard to recognize those patterns that the person is you. What's that song by Taylor Swift? I'm the problem, it's me.
Yeah, it's me.
That's
Hi.
mm-hmm. And it's hard to recognize that when you're caught up in these cycles.
Yeah.
But he treated her like crap. Like everything about these the tell-all 2 and 3, it was just totally appalling. Appalling.
Mm. I'm glad Rose ratted him out.
Me too. And I
Mhm.
hope Rose doesn't ever take him back.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think she would.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she's doing just fine. I mean, you see how good she,
She
look
looks
now?
great.
Yeah. So she's
Yeah,
just like messing
she's
with him.
really leveraged her 90-day fiance
Oh
to
my God. She's
Philippine fame.
she's doing great.
I'm like, you go, Rose.
He said, what you call it? He was active 2 hours ago. Prove that's me. Prove it's me.
What a dick, dude. I can't even. I mean, I could totally just talk about this guy being a total jerk.
Yeah. That's it there.
Well, we have our last couple that they started to touch on is Jenny and Sumit.
Oh, Jenny and Sumit.
Our
Okay.
fave.
What do you think about these freaking low blows from Ed? And he was, because Jenny was like, how could you treat Liz this way? Like, I don't even get it. I don't even understand why you guys are, I don't know what she said, but you guys are weird or like,
Yeah.
Yeah, something
or
like that, like a weird
yeah.
couple.
And then he's all like, talk about weird, look at you guys. So, damn, Ed, that's low
Yeah,
blow.
but Sumit, kind of an ace.
Isn't he? Holy moly, I totally agree. Like now, let me tell you, now he is probably the king of having his cake and eating it too. Okay. Because he does things in such a way that he is kind of manipulative and bad, but he comes out so good.
Yeah, I don't know when I started to really like Sumit, but I really like Sumit.
Okay, I've always really liked him because he's done all these terrible things, but he does it in such a lovable way. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
he is a lovable goofball. That's what it is.
He does it in like with good intentions. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
he's like
what the
super
difference
cute
is.
about it.
Yeah. So he says that Jenny makes him happy, like just cooking for her and like being around her and seeing her reactions to her eating his food and stuff just makes him feel happy. Just makes him happy inside, which is what all he's ever wanted in life, which is everything he's been looking for. And when he said those words, I was like, dear goodness, those are the sweet. Oh,
I'm
oh.
really holding up, like trying to crack up here because it just reminded me of like the whole baby situation. And Angela was like, they can do whatever they want when we're dead, essentially.
Yes,
Like
yes.
we don't have a lot of time left.
Yes, he has plenty of time to have a baby when we dead. Yes.
She's like, ain't that right, Jenny? And Jenny was just like, I'm never gonna die.
I'm gonna live forever.
Cracking up, dude. Because it's like what we talk about all the time is like they're just gonna die. It's gonna be fine.
He's gonna have a whole new life when Jenny dies.
It's so bad.
I mean, it's a reality. It is a reality. Like, come on, guys could have kids when they're like 90 or something. I don't know. So,
It's true.
I think Sumit's mom will finally be happy when Sumit is 90 and he has a kid.
She's long dead by then.
No, she'll still be alive. Her hate will keep her alive. Her
She'll
hate
stay
for
alive
Jenny,
for as long
yeah,
as Jenny
she'll
is
be
alive.
130 and she'll finally be happy.
On that note, the father has
Given his
forgiven
blessing,
Sumit,
yes,
yes, and gave his
yes.
blessing. That was
That's nice.
shocking.
That was not shocking to me.
Really? Like you would think
Yeah.
he's following his wife the whole time he's been following his wife.
I think dads are a lot easier to like soften.
I mean, they definitely are, but they try not to upset the wife too much, you know? They
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
blatantly.
he
They
would
try
be
not to
he would be a
blatantly.
bridge. He would be the one to start being like, it's fine. Just like start to accept it or do this. How about you try this? Someone's got to be the bridge. It's got to be the dad.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. And the mom was speaking to Sumit again. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
also
nice. So that's
good.
see progress.
Um, okay, and then what was it? The child talk. I mean, that's kind of like the splinter in it all. That Jenny's like, well, if you wanted to have a child, you should never have married me. But you know, everybody knows exactly what Angela said. She's gonna
Yeah.
kick the bucket one day, and he could have a kid.
It's true.
But
Okay, but do you
he did explain that he said it only to just kind of like say something at the moment.
right? But then, what do you think about how Sean asked? Well, do you think Jenny that he's doing the same to you?
Oh, that's a good question, Sean. I'd like
Doing
to
what?
he is probably doing the same thing to her because he's a lovable idiot.
Just saying what they want to hear,
Yeah.
because because then Sumit said that he said he wanted to have a kid just to appease his aunt and his mom. And then, Jenny's like, yeah, exactly. He's just saying what they want to hear to be happy, to make them happy, but it's not what he means. And then Sean was like, well, do you think he's doing the same to you, Jenny? And I agree with Dylan that yes, he's a lovable goofball
It's
who
true, yeah.
is just saying what everybody wants to hear. And I feel like when he says it, he sincerely means it to each person.
At
To
that
each-
moment.
yes,
Yeah.
at
He's
that
just like,
moment.
this is my ground truth until I
Yes.
walk out of here and tell my new ground truth to my other dude.
Yes. And I will sincerely say something and
Yeah.
truly
And
mean
he's
it.
like, and you look at his face and you're like, this guy means it. He
Yeah.
totally means it. But he means it to everyone. And that's just like, how do you hate this guy? He means
Yeah.
what he says to everyone.
And that's it. The end, guys.
Well, we got one more shenanigan.
Yeah, I think they're
Oh,
gonna
okay,
focus
okay.
on Jovi and Yara.
Yeah, that can't be that long of a storyline. I
I
think we're gonna get a
know.
lot of the backstage footage. How have you guys been enjoying that? Like the after parties, and it's just basically like the season keeps going.
Uh,
That's true, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I enjoy our commentary on their relationships more than theirs on each
Their
other's.
commentary. I like them I like seeing interactions in general. So seeing them all together collectively interacting is cool.
I like seeing that too. And I like how they each try to say things about each other, but they're like a bunch of hypocrites because everybody has some dirt on the other couple. Like they're all trying to correct the other person. Like Jovi's like, Ed, how could you talk to Liz that way? And then Ed's like, well, you're about to go to a strip club. You're married. You're about to go to a strip club as a married man. And,
Got them low blows, dude.
yes, just tons of low blows left and right from everybody.
What a dick. Gotta hate him.
Yeah, he's bad. I mean, I don't know. Do you think that's partially like a show? Like he's just trying to get more attention by being so rude and like
No, I
no,
think he's just insecure.
what about all that stuff that he said he's gonna follow Bilal? He's like, listen, Bilal, you're my mentor. I love you. You know, I don't care if they say anything bad about you. I'm gonna defend you because you know, I look like crap anyway. Everybody hates me anyway. You
I don't
know,
know that I
I'm gonna
would
follow
want
your word.
Hitler defending me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want a shitty person coming
That's
to bat for me
true.
because then
That's
I look
true.
like a shitty
Yes.
person.
You're so right. You're so right. That's so true. I wonder if Bilal caught
Yeah, he
that.
should have politely declined the offer.
Yes.
Be like, no, thank you. I can defend myself.
Yes, but no. Okay, I can make myself look bad all on my
Yeah,
own and
all
defend
on his
myself
own.
all
All
on
on
my
his own.
own by circumventing the conversation and the argument over and over and over and over.
Mhm. All right. So with that said, thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't
Thank
done so,
you.
please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. That said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
I
Thank
just sneezed.
you.
Sorry.
Thank you for hanging in there with us. You know, we're doing our best.
You've had a lot of life things come up, and you just gotta keep standing.
Yep, we're here, guys. We're here for you and for us.
Mostly for
Mostly
us.
for us.
All
But
right.
we
Bye.
appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.